All right, hello world. So this is my crude 3D printer farm setup that's not really a setup yet. And I've got another one here, and then I've got another one there. That's my curing station for all the UV, because again, these are resin printer. So I have two. So I have this one here, which is the Prusa um, i3. It's actually a good, decent one. However, the spool holder that goes up here to hold the spool was broken when I got it. So I'm actually printing another one right now, which is what this is doing. Now, this is the Ender 5 um, Plus. I've used it a few times. It actually prints pretty good. Again, my spool goes back here, comes out. So this is what it's printing now. It's actually printing pretty good. It's pretty smooth, reliable printer. So this one here, my Anycubic Max or Photon 3 M3 Max. So this is actually printing a Chupacabra human hybrid. This is my largest resin printer. So it's actually got a really good print size. This is the next one down. This is the Frozen. I've used it once. It's actually really, really good. Um, the Voxelab, or however you say it. I've used it one time. It printed good. Had one little mess up in the print, but I think it's because so this particular bed. Take this off. So this particular bed actually moves and triangulates, and then I believe you tighten these, and you can tighten it down to make it level. So that's why I'm not using it yet. I'm going to actually go through and put it to where it's level, because I think that's part of what happened the last time I tried to print with it, which it printed, but it didn't come out right. This one here, the Creality Halo, or Hallett, I guess. But it says Halo to me. I never used it yet. I just got it cleaned up and stuff. When I got these, like this still had resin attached to the bed, and then the reservoir wasn't completely cleaned out. So I just did that, cleaned it. It was splashed all up on that armature back here that you see going up and down. I had to clean that. Like I said, this one works just fine. I've actually cured a piece in here. I wish I had the stuff with me to show you the prints. I do have, forgive the flooring in this apartment, what they came with. I do have my Frankenstein print. I do need to go through it with a lighter and kind of get some of the stringing off, and then go through and try and clean it up. I went through and tried to clean it a little bit with a sanding tool, my Dremel. It did okay. I need to go through and, like I said, do some more on it. I'm going to coat it, and then I'll paint it and stuff, get it looking good. Other than that, I've got a bunch of smaller ones, which are these here, that really, really need cleaned up. This was a print I did. This is supposed to be a zombie, and she's supposed to be eating her hand, her arm, where the arm is broke off, or it's actually severed. It's supposed to be severed, and she's supposed to be chewing on it and stuff. But, and then this is the stand for it. So it goes onto this stand. Problem is it didn't print right. Printer messed up on it. So I'm not really going to use it. And like I said, see all the stringing on here. So I'm going to take a lighter and get all that stringing off, stuff like that. But these are trial and errors, the first things I've ever done with these printers. So, like I said, got the printer there going. I need a power strip to be able to get the rest of these going, which I thought I brought with me, and apparently I didn't. But this is the Anycubic brand resin I'm using with what's in there now. That's the print. I also have some bottles of um, resin, some smaller bottles that came with a printer. And then when I move over here, so I've got, this one here from Voxlab is a gray. This one I believe is a clear. Yeah, that one's transparent. So the one over there is white, and then I have 3 boxes, which are the bottles. 3 bottles of this one here, standard resin. Came with its own funnel right here. So again, I've got 3 containers of this. So I've got enough to start a pretty good one. I'm getting ready to do a video class on how to use the Smooth On. This is platinum silicone to do some different things. Same thing. These are platinum silicones. Um, prosthetic deadener for making things. And I have here the other pieces A and B for polystick for the Plat-Sil, which is platinum silicone. Again, that's the retarder. Um, cue balls, that's to do encapsulated silicone. So that's the encapsulation. You actually mix the cue balls and the stuff to make the right ratio, and then you put it in your airbrush and stuff. And then people often ask, how do you paint them? So in all reality, you don't really paint your silicone. So this right here, um, these are the colors. You can actually add color to your silicones to dye them the color you want and get them close to, skin tones and things of that nature. I know my apartment's a mess, but like this right here is actually some um, Pros-Aid cream that I made that's going to go in. This is your mold release that you put um, into your pieces, so you can get your stuff out of the container when it's done. But again, I'm gonna get this stuff going, let it print, let it do what it's doing. Um, Hopefully this print right here comes out because it's my human chupacabra hybrid that I've put in. And like I said, this shows you like what it's actually printing. So it's still doing the base right now. So this one starts, much in the same way that this does. The difference is, so this prints your bottom and then it adds and layers up. This one prints the bottom, but it prints the bottom here and then that raises up. So it's printing it upside down. So it's adding levels, to the bottom and then raising it back up. So that's how that works. So anyone who had any questions about it, that's how that works. So anyway, all right, that's it for now. See you guys back in a bit.